Ready when you are.
Okay, right then guys, do you want to click on to the next one, Jay? Just want to say before everything, thank you very much for coming here today. I know it's taking out some valuable time, so on behalf of all the groups, thank you very much. We've been looking at music videos recently and creating digipacks in order to hopefully use our own chosen track, which Jay will put on in a minute, to analyse, recognise what genre it is, what conventions are associated with that genre, and build a music video based on that. So this is our chosen track, if you play it. Okay, so that's just a quick sample of it. Now we looked at this and thought about it for quite a while, and we eventually came to the conclusion that it formulated part of the indie genre from the early 90s. So we went into it, we've created a blog based on the indie genre and what conventions are associated with it. And we've come up with a few questions just to kind of bring about a bit of debate, a bit of open talking, go back and forth, just see what you think. Now, if you want to go to the next slide, Jay. Put it up here there. We thought we'd bring up the question just to raise that debate. What technical aspects do each and every one of you think is the most important within a music video? Now I've got several options here. We've got camera work settings, clothing, lighting and sound. So has anyone got any specific ideas or any reasons why they think these, well, why they might have a preference of one over the other, for example?
Clothing. I think clothing is very, it'll tell you, it's like you can look at it and know straight away what kind of bands it is. So for example, rock, we're thinking like black, leather, them kind of things. So I think clothing's really important.
I think the 90s, early 90s were associated with a certain type of clothing for a certain type of band, weren't they?
Oh, definitely.
So Oasis and what was the other one that was opposite Oasis at the time?
Blur.
Had a certain kind of casual look, didn't they? So for early 90s I would have thought that was quite important.
I think for setting as well, indie for me just is a bit like the a bit miserable, like a bit black and white almost.
And I think for the camera work, it's important to see them playing their instruments so that you can associate them with the genre.
Definitely, yeah.
And I think lighting's important because it creates an atmosphere.
That's great then. So basically quite an overwhelming, well, a very round look at each of them then. That's great. Thank you very much. Okay, Jake, want to go to the next one? Now this one's a bit more of a simple three-way choice. We looked at quite a few indie music videos and kind of shortened things down to three typical dress sentences we noticed. And we decided to ask the question, what do you think would be the most appropriate dress sense out of these three for a main character in an indie music video, or a singer, a performer, a central person?
Oh, I was going to say the smart casual.
I was going to say smart cash.
I see street think rap music.
Might depend on the age of the
Upbeat
sort of main person that's
Yeah.
being represented and what storyline's going on as well, because I guess sometimes there's an actual story taking place in the video.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I think there's a specific brands associated with the early 90s that we don't see as often now as well.
Well, definitely. I mean, it's quite difficult to look at the indie genre as being, well, as a whole, because it's quite a broad term, and it's quite, especially in terms of time period, you know, 90s indie music is very different from modern indie music. Anyway, thank you very much, guys. So we're going to go to the next one. Now, we've got three mood boards up here that Jay created earlier, just with three central themes. And we want to see out of these three, and you'll have like a little the full set at the end. It won't just be one after the other. Which ones do you guys think would be the best? Which one's best suited for an indie music video in terms of general themes and concepts? So first we've got nostalgia, and isolation, all these different pictures, and social decay. So do you want to get the... Okay. So any ideas?
I'm torn between nostalgia and social decay.
I would say more social decay, I think.
Quite like social decay.
Yeah.
Social decay.
Yeah, I think that one over here.
Yeah, I think Social Decay is a good one to go for then.
I think based on the snippet from the track though, that had quite a nostalgia vibe to me, and I could sort of see those images kind of with that music a little bit more maybe.
See, I thought that Isolation fitted with the music better.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
It's funny how you really can't ignore any single element, everything has to come together. Right then, Jed. Now, I think we've got samples here. Well, we've got several concepts here, specific concepts, of the type of music video we could create, and we've just developed a few general pictures over here, which if you want to read each individual one, we'll play a couple of music videos just to suggest the type of idea we're going for to have.
Recommend settings. So.
Just let it play around the size if you want to, so it really has. Okay, Jake, do you want to get the second one?
Super late tonight.
Okay, so I hope everyone's got those type of ideas in mind, and I hope you keep this first idea just at the back of your mind for the next few, because at the end we're going to ask you which one you prefer in terms of a concept, which, Jay, if you want to go back through them all as people are talking, you know. Alex, do you want to talk about rural life? What's your speciality? Just go through it. Okay.
Play the videos a second.
Yeah, okay. So put this one. Yeah. Go ahead. Number 2. Okay, there we go. So number 3, if you want to move on to that one then, Jay. I know videos, unfortunately, to go along with these ones because I was busy, to be honest. But yeah, got that one. Do you want to just go back a second?
Aaron Pinmore.
Yeah, okay. Just to, give people a chance to read it on. Okay, so just from those, sorry it was a bit choppy, I know, but just from those basic ideas, is there any that people necessarily prefer over any others?
I quite like the second one. Feels like it's kind of leading into something,
Yeah.
like building gradually.
I think the second one is playing because there seems to be a narrative building at play, and I think there's, as you know, there's a lip syncing and there's a narrative.
Yeah.
Sometimes they interact and sometimes they don't, but I think the second one looked as though it was going to take us on a journey somewhere and narrative to explore.
I think a lot depends on the song for me. So if it's a more upbeat song, then probably the second one, but otherwise the first one, for that.
Just play the song again, Jay.
Just want you to be outside. You
one that you've chosen.
Yeah.
Feels like you might be travelling somewhere, or like going somewhere maybe.
Well, I think one idea that we did bring up right at the beginning was, and I know this isn't from a music video, but if anyone's seen The Sopranos, the title sequence to that is a handheld camera basically being shot out of the window of a car as it's going past buildings. And it's very shaky, very gritty, which I think can work with certain indie music videos, and we just thought that idea might be interesting to incorporate. So, yeah,
I think it's a combination of sort of idea two, isn't it? that people
Definitely.
come up with, yeah.
Definitely. So, I think that's it, isn't it?
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Can we fill the questionnaires in?
No, there's another 50 there. Enjoy some lunch.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, don't disappear. They will be added to, don't worry, so not all over.